Quickfire assumptions with me, Jordan Platten. This is going to be a fun video today, guys. I'm looking forward to this one. And to add to that fun, I'm going to launch a massive giveaway on the channel. I'm going to give one of you lovely people a 5K 27-inch iMac. And all you have to do to enter is click the link in the description. In fact, there's actually a lot of ways that you can enter this competition. It's a bit of a different one for you. So make sure you click the link after this video and enter that competition and be in for the Spit it out! Spit it out! Be in for the chance of winning a 27-inch 5K iMac. Let's get started. So, I put this out on my story. I said, I want your assumptions of me. Do not leave anything out, okay? Give me it all. And so Dan, our content manager, has gone through these and he's put together a list. I haven't seen any of these yet, so let's see. Starting off with Oliver. I assume you spend 30 minutes on your hair in the morning. Oliver, if you spent £6,500 on your hair, you'd do exactly the same, my friend. Champagne, you were piss about in school. No, do you know what? I was a joker in school. I wouldn't say I was like a proper piss about. Like I didn't pay much attention. I was always that kid on parents' evening when they'd say, look, Jordan just paid more attention than he would do so well. But yeah, okay, I was a bit of a jack the lad. Adam, your friendships have suffered from your entrepreneurship. I would say this is true, actually. Not all of my friendships, but I think in entrepreneurship, it's quite difficult for people to register when you start to do something different and you go against the grain. I remember certainly when I first quit my job and I said I was starting out for myself, a lot of friends who I thought would encourage me actually tried to put me away or put me off actually launching that business, maybe through insecurity or through jealousy. And those same people actually ended up having very kind of snarky comments behind the scenes as I was trying to rise and trying to grow my business. Just so happens them exact same people come running back in the end. So yeah, friendships do suffer a little bit. I mean, I have conversations with my other friends in entrepreneurship who are also running their own businesses. And we do say, look, we do sometimes miss the good old days where we all were just completely free and we didn't have all these responsibilities because we could spend a lot more time together. But if anything, those relationships, the people who are doing the same thing and they're in entrepreneurship as well, those relationships have got even stronger because we have more of a mutual passion, something we can share and all help each other out on. So. Yeah, it's pros and it's cons, and it's going to happen with every decision you choose in life. Marlon, you watch a ton of football, like a ton. You couldn't be more wrong, mate. I can't stand watching football, I'm not going to lie. I think it boils down to the fact that I've always been shit at playing football, right? I remember my dad took me when I was like 13 years old. I used to play every week. Like, my dad was desperate for me to be good at some kind of sport. I did fencing, I did karate, I did football, and I was not good at any of them, right? So my dad took me to this football match when I was like 13 and I was playing and I scored the first goal of the season. He was so proud of me. But the only caveat was the ball bounced straight off my nose and then hit the top net. Chase it. Go! It was going to go in anyway, but he was very proud nonetheless. But it was that point that we kind of said, you know what, this sport isn't for you. Let's move on to something else. And we did karate. And I wasn't that good at that either. But oh well. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I assume you have a degree. I don't actually have a degree. I was this close to getting a degree. I studied architecture at Norwich University of the Arts. I always wanted to be an architect. I was quite financially motivated at that time, and I also had a passion for design. When I went to university, I actually got kicked off my course. I got roped into the nightclubs industry, and I was going out a lot. I started a little nightclub event business on the side, and I started slacking off from all of my lectures. So I ended up getting a letter removing me from that degree, but they still left me with the university debt, which was great. So no, I don't have a degree, and you do not need a degree to be successful, unless you want to go into an industry that requires you to have that degree. If you're a marketer, you're watching this channel, I'm going to presume that you probably are, you definitely do not need a marketing or a business degree to start a successful agency. Life of Fran, I think it's Fran. I assume you have come from a farming background, wealthy and a lot of land. Interesting, because I'm from Norfolk. Bria and Brianne, I've just seen this one grouped together. Your parents supported you economically while starting affluent. Both of these are not true. I didn't get pocket money when I grew up. I've never been financially gifted by my parents. My parents have always done relatively well in the grand scheme of the world, but I've never been gifted anything, and I've always had everything I needed, but not everything that I wanted. I always had a strong desire, my dad always pushed me from a very young age to work out and go get what I wanted for myself, okay? And he refused to give me that, and I thank him for that, even though I may have resented him for that when I was growing up. But absolutely not, I did not come from any kind of generational wealth or land or farming for that matter. I'm completely self-funded and completely self-made. Adam, you struggle in your family life. Adam coming up again. Adam, we've got Adam a couple of times actually. Adam, you've made some good assumptions, my man. You struggle in your family life. No, I would say generally speaking, that is not true. I've definitely had rocky moments in my family life, but as a general sense, I feel a lot of love for my family and they get a lot of love back from me. And no, I have a really lovely relationship with all of my family and I see them very often. Of course, you're gonna have moments, but what family doesn't, okay? We're not robots. You used to be a player, but now you've settled down. No comment. I assume your girlfriend is proud of you. Of course. Bex, are you, well, I hope so. Bex, are you proud of me?
Yeah, I think so.
She just said that, yeah, of course you should be. Yeah, she's very proud of me. She's too shy to get on camera. I've been trying to get her on camera for a long time, but yeah, she's too shy. I'm priming her up, guys, don't worry, she'll be here soon. It's not an assumption, this is a fact. You're a pretty boy. Dan, you're trying to get my ego inflated on this book. I'm not even gonna fit through my new door. Thank you. I'm a pretty boy. No, okay. We're gonna have to scrap loads of these things in this video, or just keep them in. Like everyone can just see that my true my true colours. Thank you, Isolot. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm useless with names. Stefano, you are a douche. Right back at you, my man. And yes, I am. Thank you.
Douche.
Ian Pelling. When you drink from a glass, you raise your pinky finger. What? Where does that even come from, bro? Why would I raise my pinky finger when I drink from a glass? Weird one. Official harsh skill. You made more money because people buy your course than your actual social media marketing agency. I haven't heard this one in a long time. I didn't know that. I used to get messages like that all the time. Actually, it so happens that this month, to date, the agency's made quite considerably a larger amount than the academy. But of course, there are months. These are completely separate businesses, right? They're completely, you can't compare a digital marketing agency to an online education business. Completely different cash flow-based business, online sales versus service-based selling, right? Of course, there are months when the academy makes more than the agency. There are also months where the agency makes more than the academy. It completely fluctuates from all of the businesses. And that is the job of a well-rounded entrepreneur, to be working on multiple ventures. And so there's absolutely no shame in that. But yeah, common assumption. And if we're just talking revenue, it fluctuates. But actually, my outgoings on the academy are way more than the agency. So the agency profits a lot more than the academy does. You could retire right now if you wanted. Adam, again. No, I couldn't retire right now if I wanted to be honest, man. Like I could retire for a good few years, but retire for the rest of my life, I mean, I'm 26 years old, so I would need a lot of cash, millions and millions and millions, to retire on the level that I want to retire to. So no, I can't retire right now if I wanted to, but I probably would if I could. You don't work much at all anymore, and good on you for that. Alistair, I wish that was true as well. I do work a lot, but actually, no, I don't even wish that was true. I'm gonna take that back. I enjoy my work and I get a lot of fulfillment from my work. I'm an architect at heart, despite not having the degree, right? So I love building new projects, building new businesses, working with new clients, working with new students, getting them to build their agencies. I enjoy that building process as an entrepreneur, and I think that I wouldn't wholly be fulfilled within my life if I didn't somehow have my feet dipped into the business space, and I'm certainly not ready to give that up yet. So I do work a lot. I don't work 16, 18, 20-hour days anymore, although I do sometimes. I probably have taken that right back to maybe 8 hours a day. Sometimes less than that, but yeah, I enjoy it and I'll continue to do it until I retire, probably at 40 years old, and I sell everything for $1 billion. We'll see. Timmy, I think you come across with a lot more genuity than other agency gurus. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate that. That's a nice assumption to make, and I like to think so as well. Jacko Belo? Sorry, bro. I assume you are very disciplined. You have to be very disciplined. I of course have my moments. I'm not always going to be waking up and I'm sticking to the plan. This morning, I was meant to go to the gym at 6:30. I didn't go to the gym at 6:30. I just went for a walk with the dog and Bex, and that was nice. We just did something different and replaced that. So I'm not always like this religiously disciplined person. I do give myself allowances, but in a general sense in my life, yes, I pride myself on being very motivated and very self-disciplined, because you have to be. If not, you're going to get lazy. You'll give up when you get failures, and so yeah, you have to have some kind of discipline. But again, I'm not a robot. I'm a normal human being. I'm like you guys, right? I've just managed to stick to something and make it work, and have that resilience and determination and self-discipline to actually be successful. So yeah, I think a lot of people see like Gary Vee videos and other online entrepreneur-based content and think that you have to just be a robotic person to be successful in this day and age, and it's simply not true, because I certainly did not do that. Doreen, you don't like to read books. Actually, this is true. I don't really like to read books. I read books because of the knowledge. Well, actually, that's a lie. I haven't read a book since I was in Mexico. So probably like a month and a half ago, I haven't read since I've read a book, and I didn't even read the entire book. I don't enjoy reading books. I enjoy the knowledge that they give me, and I feel really like kind of pumped up in the same way you do when you leave the gym after I have read a book or I've read a couple of pages of a book. So I enjoy the knowledge. I don't actually enjoy looking at paper and trying to take it in that way. If anything, I think I enjoy more so video books and audio books than I do like actual writing on paper. Jake, your team has cracked the ECOM code with Facebook, but won't share the secrets. That is not true, my man. Learnads.io, you can learn all of the secrets in there, and the Affluent Academy, of course. Or if you have an ECOM business, the Affluent Agency can actually just run those ads for you, and we'll get you some incredible returns. We actually had a client last week who we onboarded. 7 days we've now had them, 31 times return on ad spend. So $2,000 through to, I don't know, quick maths, what's that? 60,000, whatever. We've made them a lot of money, essentially. So if you are an e-com business, you want to work with us, then click the link in the description and reach out, and Joe or myself will get in touch and we'll get you signed up. Adam, you don't pay your team very much. Interesting, I wonder why you come to that conclusion. Yes, I do. I pay my team really well, actually. They're probably over-subsidized right now. But that's only because I actually made the mistake of not paying my team enough when I first started. When I first started out, I was like outsourcing cheap, Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, still great places to find people, by the way, but just don't go for the people based on their money, but instead of their experience. So I went for people purely based on money, because to be honest, I couldn't really afford much money. That doesn't even make sense. I couldn't afford to pay people much. And so I went for very low quality applicants, and that didn't pay off. I had then wasted a lot of time. I messed up a few client ad accounts, and I replaced the team for a more full-time team. We took on Joe, took on Tom, took on Seb now, took on Connor, and everybody is paid a full-time salary plus a very lucrative commission structure. Even our ad specialists are paid a reverse commission structure for the ROAS they get for our clients. So they are incentivized to get incredible results for them. Higgsy, I'd say you're the type of person to never be satisfied with your previous success. Correct. I hope not never. I mean, I certainly do give myself moments of gratification. Well, actually, I always give myself moments of gratification and moments of just patting myself on the back, because if you don't, then you're never really truly going to be happy within your life. So you have to find some kind of contentment in what you've achieved. But it is true that when you hit that next milestone, you get that next figure in the bank, you get that next house, you get the next car, then you're still not wholly satisfied by that, because materialism ultimately isn't going to make you well-rounded, and it's not going to completely satisfy every need and desire that you have within your life. And so yes, to an extent, I'm not always wholly satisfied in the same way I anticipate I will be satisfied by my success, but I am still very content in all the things that I achieve when I hit those goals and when I hit new targets. So I think that's really important. And I think as an entrepreneur, you do need that a little bit. Like me and Bex was talking about it the other day. Like we see it as a bit of a curse sometimes. You sometimes think, okay, well, if I'm never ever going to be satisfied with where I am right now, am I ever going to be truly content in my life? Because you're always chasing the next biggest thing. And I think it's a lesson as you mature throughout your life. It's a lesson we have to learn. We have to learn to be content with what we have right now, because if not, we're always going to be chasing the next biggest thing. And it's about finding that line. There's no black or white to it. Finally, Adam, you've just dominated this assumptions video, man. So Adam, money doesn't feel as valuable to you now you have it. Okay, that's pretty much the same as, I think I just answered that. Yeah, money doesn't feel as valuable now. I mean, when I thought about making my first 10K in a month, it was just like, okay, in my mind, if I was making 100 grand a year, like I would just be able to live the rest of my life completely satisfied on the fact that I am absolutely coined, right? Or minted, as I used to say. Now I look at 10K a month as a really, really bad month. And thankfully we haven't had one of them in years and years and years. So years and years, I've been established for free. But anyway, yeah, your perception of that value completely changes. Okay, 100 grand becomes the new 10 grand. And then the next goalpost will be a million becoming the next 100,000. And that's because in your entire life, you're leveling up every area of that, okay? When you're earning more money, you end up leveling up your lifestyle. And so what you need to live the lifestyle, the bar that you've set completely changes. And so the value of that money changes. And it's when you start making that money regularly that you can become desensitized to that as well. And it's just that your goalpost changes. There's someone else out there that looks at £1 million like it's pocket change in the bottom of their jeans, right? And it's just because their perception of that value has completely changed because they've become desensitized to it over time through repetition of earning that amount. So, cool, I think that's everything. I don't really know how long this has gone on for, Dan, whether or not you want to cut out some of this or keep it all in uncut, but I hope you have enjoyed this, guys. Let's do another assumptions video at some point. It was good, I enjoyed doing that. It's a bit more relaxed content. I think I want to do more videos like this, do some more relaxed stuff. So if you guys want me to, then please do let me know. Drop it down a comment below and let me know some content ideas, what you'd like me to put out. Because I think, to be honest with you, like I put out a lot of value-based, strategy-based, tutorial-based videos, and they're quite taxing to maintain. And whilst I will always put out those kind of videos for you guys, I always lead forward with value. It's a bit of a chore to just record videos like that because they take a lot of preparation, even if the team are managing that with me, setting up the camera, recording the screen, all of that stuff. Like it takes a lot of time. And when I'm running now 3 businesses full time, and I've got a lot of people to think about, and new team members and new clients that we're literally onboarding like 2 to 3 new clients every single week in the agency. And it's chaos right now in all of the businesses. When you then have to create new YouTube content and it's purely tutorial based, it can get a bit time taxing. So yeah, if you guys have got any video ideas like this, then please do let me know. If you've seen anyone else on YouTube and in that space doing anything, then drop me down a comment. And make sure you click the link in the description and enter the giveaway for that 5K 27-inch iMac as well. Thank you guys. I'll see you all soon. Thank you for your assumptions. Bye-bye.